Welcome back to Study Break number 19. We just finished our last episode where we had the dance battle and we saw the flower. Thoughts? What's up? First reactions?
Holy shit.
I have known. I know it's her, but then it's like, what do I do? I can't do anything about it because that was like 2 episodes ago.
Yeah.
Or 3, or I don't know, a lot, where I like spilled all the beans to her. So now she knows that she's suspicious. We could have caught her off guard.
I mean, she also, she was like, whenever she said like, I need y'all to start asking questions, that is like a how much do you know? And also, but she also told y'all a lot of stuff. So
I know. And when we saw Big P, like Felicity could have been trying, this is also Sawyer talking, she could have been trying to like block anyone from knowing. It's not like we're the only ones who can go to the ghost flower and look, right?
Yeah.
She needed no one to know she was taking Big P. And last time we saw him, he had his sandwich and he was in the cave.
Yeah.
So if the silver crown, like, I believe that Felicity thinks she's doing the right thing by like working with the silver crown to keep Big P away from the golden order. But I still don't trust them. I don't trust anyone to use them for good.
I don't trust anybody.
But the golden order might be like might be even worse.
My ass is still like, well, what if it's just someone like pretending to be her?
It's not really her. Well, what if
someone's disguised as Felicity?
Yeah. I think the triple Felicity reveal, I think that
I
feel like
at this point we gotta accept it.
Did y'all know it was Big P at first?
Kinda. His voice was a little different than you've done
Where are we going?
Yeah.
I was like, that's Big P.
It was a little impish, so I was like, the imps.
Yeah. No, I knew it was him, but I didn't. The first perception check, I didn't hear, so I didn't. But I knew it was him.
Thanks for letting me roll Arcana checks 3 fucking times. That was really funny. Can we go from the beginning?
Or backwards.
Wait, you have the weight and the compass, but I have the Arcana ball. Remember?
Oh, okay.
I've been the practice Arcana ball.
Okay, I remember taking like some of them or something.
Well, it was 3 of them because you knew one of them was like magical.
Yeah,
but I started using it as like I've been using it to like block attacks.
I'm also
I've just like been like tossing it around.
I'm proud of myself for figuring it out. You're like whispers on the wind. I was like, I know it's here.
Oh yeah.
I was like, it is here, and they've hidden it in the tulips.
But
what a great thing.
We still don't know exactly what the clanging was, right? Or am I dumb?
No, I think that's kind of like that's kind of like next. Like that's like beyond the tulip field.
Oh, okay.
I think I can't remember exactly how Jared described what I was seeing, but I know that Big P was like in a cave, so I have a feeling that he's close.
Yeah, that's true.
So like I think this is shifting from like, we do need to get this stuff for like to save the girls, but I do think we also
we have to get it back to them. Unless we run into the cave, we have to get it back to them, and then.
But unless we send like the boys,
we could send the boys to Frogmont.
I trust
They're gonna
them.
get all the glory.
I know, but like I would rather save Big P than get the glory for saving those girls.
I love that you said you wanted to make friendship bracelets.
Esta is really leaning in.
Esta is like totally getting into like being a loser kind of. I love it.
Making friendship bracelets doesn't make you a loser, everyone.
Dude, the Valkyrie kids are gonna make fun of us for the friendship bracelets, and we can like kick their ass.
Exactly. I was gonna dance out of when we were doing the dance battle, and I saw the god. I was gonna dance out of the circle to him, but I thought he was the classic thing that we do. We'll be like, they'll be there when we get done.
Yep.
No, I feel like you would have had to get a nat 20 to like talk to the god. I feel like he was there for vibes, not for conversation.
He was he felt like a Pan.
Exactly.
Spirit, like a Dionysus.
I was like, it's Pan. And then I was like, no, he's not here.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's start off with the dance battle.
I
loved it. It was good mechanics, like especially if someone wanted to take this and like play the encounter for themselves. It's just that we were rolling bad, but it was like balanced well and everything.
Well, I was so initially I Googled some stuff. I was like, oh, like I'll, just tell everyone where I got this. And I couldn't find stuff that was just like a basic dance off. It was a lot of situational stuff that people were like, oh, like my party did a dance off. And I was like, oh, and they had like cool builds for like dance fighters. And I was like, no, like I don't want that. I just want some silly shit.
Yeah.
Like encounter that was still like a fight. And so something I didn't specify was that like y'all lost a little bit of health, but y'all are like going to be fine.
Really? Because I'm at 2 hit points.
Like I was going to say you get the effects of her healing you, and like I was going to let you roll a short rest without like just like I mean, just like
Thank
I was gonna let
God.
you roll.
Oh,
for
I
the
never
rest.
rolled the points that I
We can-
healed.
Yeah,
it.
we didn't roll it. I have it in my notes, but we'll remember whenever he sees that he has 2 points.
Can I offer a suggestion to like improve the dance battle?
Yeah,
Not that
of
I don't think
course.
we'd ever like do it again.
Yeah,
But if
Well,
somebody
with a guest, we could.
yeah, but as somebody who's not performance based, what I've found helpful in skills check encounters is giving like 3 options. So like you could
Yeah.
have done performance or like acrobatics or like stuff that makes sense and being like you can roll between these 3 and also make it contingent on like what we describe, right? Like if I'm like I do a backflip, it's like well then you have to roll acrobatics.
yeah.
Mm.
Which
Yeah.
was kind of like the thing about it was I wanted to be able that like multiple people could join. However, 2 things. One, Beans did do very well.
No, I know. This was just like
and
I was very engaged because of how we run our table, but I
Yeah.
think like especially for anybody wanting to run this at their table, you run the risk of somebody who doesn't have any advantage
Mhm.
always fucking it up and then like
yeah,
getting out like
that's
not
a
caring.
good suggestion. I was thinking of like whenever I was building it, I was like, okay, what is like I'm gonna structure it as a fight. So how do you fight? And I was like, okay, well, performance check. And I was like, that's a little limiting looking back. And then the AC, it's like I don't want it to just be a regular AC. I think it has to be your charisma because like also not all fights are created.
I
balanced
liked
and
the
well.
charisma. I liked
Yeah.
that was what the DC/AC was. I just wanted more options that
For
I could
fighting.
actually like affect it.
Yeah,
Especially because I'm not a spellcaster, right? It's like I couldn't cast a spell to help the people around me, but I had fun. I was just like, a
Yeah.
suggestion is like adding 2 or 3 options to the skills you can choose from that live in different categories. So
Makes
it's like,
sense.
even if my dance class is super low, I can still hit more often if I do acrobatic tricks or
Yeah,
something.
that's true. And also, I probably like if you, I don't know, like you, I like that.
I think you could also do something fun of like, what if it's performance, acrobatics, and like history? So like if somebody's like, I do historical dance, like, you know,
Yeah,
like
that's true.
History check.
But
I think it would also give more role play flavor. Like people would
Yeah.
feel like, oh, I don't just have to describe.
But it's like you have to come up with like if you're using
Yeah.
acrobatics, you have to describe what you do.
Exactly.
yeah, that's fair.
That's
Just
just
like
my
with anything.
suggestion of, but like don't give it.
That's
don't,
why I didn't want it to be like I was like it's
don't
performance.
open it to anything.
Yeah.
Say you can roll these 3 or
It is.
something.
That's why I was like it's performance as just kind of like performance as it's dance, but it was more of like y'all can do anything.
Yeah.
It's just like the rolling to hit is performance, and we're all kind of in this same thing together.
Every time I was like, I do a triple of the front flip, I was like, I was
like,
scared
it's
you were gonna
fine.
make me roll.
No,
No, that was fun. I just wish I could be like, oh, when I do a flip, I can roll acrobatics, which is
Yeah.
a +3 instead
Yeah.
of +0.
Or like
That's fair.
intimidation if you like
yeah,
get up on somebody.
we
Not literally. Sorry, that sounded weird.
shit.
so
Stop.
something that we didn't get to
Like
do
get in their face is what I meant. Okay, sorry.
as much as I was wanting or thought we would was the superstar solo bar thing.
That's because
like-
we sucked. So.
So, well, I set you had to get like 15 points to do like a superstar thing. And then I was like, I think after the first roll, no, I put it down to 10 right before we started playing. And then after the first roll, I think y'all got like Beans got a 14, and then our 2 biggest charisma, like people who add the most charisma, got like an 8 and a 9. I was like, I'm lowering that to 8.
Yeah.
And then I kept it there for the rest of the time. But so, and you rolled a D4, right? Did I ask you to roll a D4 for your result or something?
Huh?
There was supposed to be a table.
Was that when I was glowing?
Yes.
Oh yeah, we didn't
Okay.
have any random tables.
So that was supposed to be
Yeah.
a table. I wanted to add another one, but I just like could not think of anything. That was going to
What
be
were the
imps.
options for the table?
So the options for the table was if you rolled a 1, the Brimstone Boys were going to be your backup and like send their energy, and you're going to add a D4.
Mm.
If you got a 2, 6 of the imps would join you, and you add, or like you like possess them with your dancing energy, and
Yeah.
you get a D6 to your damage. A 3 was a small group of nymphs come out, and they're in go-go boots, and they dance in perfect rhythm with you, and you add a D8. And then the D4 was the god of dance possesses your body and joins in, and you literally glow, and then you add a D10 to your damage.
I can't believe it.
My Halloween costume is going to be nymphs and go-go boots.
No, that's really good.
But I wanted the Imp's deadly dance weapon to be a table, but then I just like could not think of anything that was like exciting. So I was just like, oh, I'll make it a quick thing of like adding damage. Because I did want it to be like kind of like quote unquote deadly encounter. Because y'all started to sweat there at the end a little bit.
I mean, Beans was looking bad.
doing well.
Yeah.
And you looked scared by the 14 damage, which is why I blocked it.
Yeah,
Because
it
you
was-
looked real
Well,
frightened.
I thought we both got 14 damage from that. Like we were both taking the same amount of damage, and I would have gone down. Like if I took that in the next round.
I love how you play the imps. It's so funny.
They're so silly.
Silly.
I love that they're
And
like
gross.
they're like eternal
They always
optimists.
roll with it. Yeah.
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 They
I love
just-
that they weren't evil. They were just
They were like, we're here to go party, and if
Yeah.
anyone promises us something cool, then we'll go for it.
Yeah.
What do you think your dad promised them?
more kissing?
That he would kiss them.
Yeah. Did he promise them something, or did he just?
They didn't
send
tell
them?
you
I think he just sent them.
Yeah, I mean, like
Yeah.
from
Like
hell.
he just like told them what to do.
He probably just scooped him up and threw him on the boat.
Yeah, he
They
was
would
like
probably like go attack
on the
that
right
ship, and they were like,
trajectory.
he slapped the ship on the ass and sent it
Yeah.
on its way.
Yeah.
This really activated the part of my brain when I was younger. I would listen to my music from my little iPod, and I would choreograph dances to every song ever. So this was really satisfying to be like, I'll tell you what I'm choreographing.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Because we're definitely listening to like the greatest 2000s
Oh,
hits.
yeah, we are.
You guys won't
I
hear
just
them,
made
but
this playlist. Yeah.
It was a great
Awesome.
inspiration.
yeah.
I forgot that I could give bardic inspiration until halfway through this session.
It
And then I
came in
went,
handy.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, I would have been.
Yeah.
I
I rolled a
do it.
10 and then I was like, fuck. And so I rolled the D6 that you gave me. I
And
got
it was a 6, right?
Yeah.
I keep thinking of your bardic inspiration because I play a bard in Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh,
So I do that every turn. I give everybody bardic inspiration
nice.
every single time. So
Wait, what do you mean? I only have 3. I can only give 3.
it's like just a bonus action that I can. I mean, maybe I can only give 3. I don't know. The mechanics are a little wonky.
It's a little different. Because it's a video game.
So then we sent them back with the engine.
Yeah.
Yep.
The boys
Well, it's a
kind of
great
got
move.
knocked out. They weren't doing too bad, but
We also forgot that like maybe we could go back there and like help them.
No, that was
the boys, no way.
it was more of like a
They're
you
done.
guys need to like
They're
these
done.
imps are here, send them off to do the thing so that y'all can continue on the quest. Because it's not super interesting to go back and be like, oh, we go back with the engine. And
No,
fix
no,
this
no.
shit."
I meant the boys. Like we didn't help
Oh, to
them
help them
during,
when they
got
during the
down.
like we didn't bring them back up during
Oh,
the
yeah,
dance
yeah,
battle to like
we were defending
help
them.
us.
They weren't downed. They were just like prone.
No, but I meant
They
like
were
help. Like
Got knocked out of
We
the
were
dance.
busy.
Yeah.
I meant they could have helped us.
Yeah, and they were doing really well. This dice that I was using is a very good dice. I realized.
They did get their like K-pop boy moment though.
They did.
That was awesome.
That
they
was
did. They had a
good.
cool
That was
moment.
cute. Okay, so we sent them off with the engine, and then we went towards the thumping.
And we went to the field.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a lot happened in this. It was mainly the imps.
What are you talking about? That dance battle was a lot.
That was a lot.
We went from a
We were
break
coming
dance
up
to a
with
tango.
moves like
I was so impressed. And Esta did the best, which
Yeah.
if you think canonically, the last time Esta was asked to dance failed miserably.
That's true.
But she finally found her groove.
I thought that, well, I think Olivia brought it up last time about how, like, at the dance party, we fought, and then in like the middle of the woods in the fantasy
At the fight
setting
party,
Yeah.
we
with the
danced.
imps, we danced.
that's
Oh my
hilarious.
Love
god.
it.
That's kind of beautiful.
Yeah.
Storytelling at its finest.
But then we got so
High
much
school.
information
High
in like
school.
such a small amount of time there at the end.
And
that was crazy.
the triple Felicity reveal.
oh my
Jesus.
god.
I hope it's as effective for y'all as it is, because obviously for me, like I invented Felicity, so I'm like, oh my god! But so I don't know. I hope it
I
has
think
the same
we're
effect
all
for
like
y'all.
very connected, and we're all very connected and attached to her by now. Like,
yeah.
Okay, good.
through like Arcano Ball and like she's your we've had a lot of interactions
I
with
knew
her.
And she's
so
like
now
important to
knew
the
it.
story.
I
it,
knew
it has always been crazy when she shows up, but especially now.
I get
I knew it was gonna be her because I was like, it's the most interesting thing Jared can do.
and I don't know if this is like I just like feel protective over little funny guys, but I like when that reveal happened, I was like, guess we have to kill Felicity. Like I was was like, that's it for her.
I think that she does not want.
I think
any
it's
harm
more
to come to him.
complicated. Like, I don't think it's like she's trying to harm him or she wouldn't go put him in a cave somewhere. But it is like, I do think we're going to have a hard face off if she comes between us and we're like, no, like Big P's coming with us, like come
Why
hell
would
or
she
high
have told
water.
us about the Silver Crown if she was going to do something like evil?
She's not
Yeah.
gonna, but she's gonna think she's doing the right thing.
Exactly.
And then, like,
It's
it
gonna
would
be the
not
wrong
She
thing
could
to
also
do.
think that like we're just so silly, like we were never gonna find this. You know, like we're so far
Yeah.
removed, like it didn't matter what we
Yeah.
thought.
I don't. It's well.
I
She
think
told
she
y'all.
thought she destroyed the flower. She missed that one.
I know.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
thought it was interesting that they were all cut because they were seeing it like it was so rare, and I was like, there's like a patch of them, and like they've been destroyed. I don't know. I thought that was really sad.
Yeah.
Can't wait to use
Well,
this proboscis.
I guess I'll mention that in the next episode. But so it looks like even though they were severed, some of them were still kind of
Yeah,
like
still had
working
energy.
a little bit.
Yeah, they were like they might grow back. Maybe.
Yeah. So
You said there's bulbs, so
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
flower wise, they will grow back.
yeah. But I mean, like, well, that is kind of just like I don't know, like a hint of they work if you take them
Yeah.
for a little bit.
Thank
Thought
God
about
he
doing
said that.
They show you like events of the past for a little bit.
But we need the nectar from.
You do need the nectar to heal.
We need the nectar.
Yeah.
She could have also left those on purpose, but I think she wanted nobody to see it.
I think it
even
was a
us.
mistake. I think she was
Yeah.
moving fast and tried to cut it, and I did.
Because I told her like somebody dropped your badge or it was you.
Yeah.
Like she knows that we like suspect her.
I also like the imagery of like we're watching something and then like Sawyer had to come face to face with her sister in like ghost form and then it like goes through you. I love those
That was
moments and
epic.
stuff when you're like watching a flashback and then you're like and then it like goes through you and then you
Yeah.
like jolt awake and you're like, oh no.
That's good stuff.
Love it.
Exactly what I thought was gonna happen with my locket mirror.
Yeah.
happened.
Yep.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Sorry to bring it up at a weird time. I
No,
was like
I was
trying to use it
like-
for
Funny.
something else, but it is funny that she like opened it. She's
And you're
like,
like,
"Fuck! This keeps happening to me, and I can't unpack it right now." It's just like,
Yeah.
Shit.
It's,
Gotta-
dragon's still there.
yeah,
But for the problem at hand.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get this
I
flower.
like. I'm interested in the way that Esta is now like a little. I have it in my notes. I have like an ideas tab on. I use Obsidian for my notes stuff. I have like ideas of like stuff that I want to happen or see. And let me find if I can see the note that I wrote
Obsidian
down.
sponsor us.
Uh,
Got that
like-
in there.
Oh, I think it's like Esta is excited for the dragon. She needs to be scared. So it's like, how do I kind of like show you what's going on? Because now you're sweating a little bit. It's like
It
what is
keeps-
going on?
It keeps fucking happening, and it's
I'm
like,
scared.
Yeah.
and she knows that she needs to like tell her family about it, but it's also like, it's like a scary. It's like she doesn't trust them anymore. Really,
I can't wait to
She-
meet your family.
Oh my god, me too. I think next episode Beans needs to spill. Like not for like because Campbell and I kind of know, but like for the listeners, I think they're gonna be like, "What is going on?"
Guess
'Cause
we'll
they
just have to
don't-
ask the right questions.
They do not know much. I know we just
Spill
keep
spill
not-
what?
Like
About
the-
like
about his dad,
Like
about
how
like about who
connected
they
he is.
are.
oh yeah, that's
I think we
true.
forget that
Because the
we
four
all
of us
know.
know, like, oh, Beans' family is like,
a certain thing.
Yeah, we are
Yeah.
kind of metagaming there. We haven't explained it.
but I
A little bit. I mean, we did go like to what we
Yeah.
think is hell and
I
see
think
him.
What I was
Yeah.
gonna do in character was ask the Brimstone Boys if they have Tabaxi curriculum.
Oh,
I would
yeah.
Because
say
Frogmont has that like toxic Tabaxi
Yeah.
curriculum, right?
I would say that I don't think there's any metagaming going. So what we know of
I don't think-
Beans'
I just
father.
I think that we all, because we're very close and this like Gals and Goblins is our life and it's all we talk about, like we all know a lot about each other's characters that I think, especially like based on some things that people have said to me and that have been said in the Discord, is that I don't think listeners quite understand like all of our characters,
Yeah, like they're- they don't
backstories
understand the
and
Beans'
relationships.
family and where they fit into hell.
Yeah.
We've never actually talked about in a
Well,
main
yeah,
section.
and so and
Yeah.
that is like a little intentional because like we haven't been doing a lot of Beans kind of focus yet.
Yeah.
'Cause
Um,
Jared hates me.
No, it's because I think Beans' stuff like fits into like everything. In my mind, it is like
Bean stuff is like big.
I don't think this
Yeah.
is like I don't think this is revealing. It's
Yeah.
like I've kind of had so Sawyer's backstory and story so far, because her family is connected to Frogmont. That is how we get into the story and the problems. Esta's family is like the inner workings of that, of like connected to the Golden Order. That is like a little bit more in depth and sets up a lot of relationships that are happening. That brings us into kind of like the political atmosphere and the kind of like the man-made inner workings of what's happening. Bean's backstory will kind of bring in that kind of last picture of the bad stuff that is happening, and like the other, like the real interplanar wars and battles and like espionage that is happening.
Beans is on like in my there's like there's tiers, right? Like Beans is on tier 3 and we have to climb through tier 1 and tier 2 to really get into his shit. But I do agree of like he needs to explain what the function of his family is, at least.
Yeah, I don't think that would hurt.
I don't think we've talked about it a little bit. Like you're like, oh.
Well, we know that his dad is like a general, basically.
Well,
like that has been expressed.
Well, and it made me confused because Sawyer's question was, aren't you from hell? And I was like, no, I'm not from hell.
Yeah, so we have to explain. And then, of course, I want to find out more about Esta's. I don't think the listeners are missing anything necessarily right now that they need, but I just really want to see more of Esta's family.
I think
feel
it's
like,
just
again, because Sawyer is so like tied to like her goals lie at Frogmont, and her family's connected there. We've seen a lot of like, this is Sawyer's relationship with her family. This is her relationship with what she wants from Frogmont. But like, I want to see Esta's family dynamic.
Well, we'll get there.
No, I know.
I
I'm saying I'm excited. I don't think there's any rush.
I think that like
I really want a campfire confessional is what I really would like.
I feel like we might get it.
Yeah. Something that I've kind of been focusing on more is like showing y'all the thing instead of like hinting at the thing.
Yeah, of course.
So that's why I was like, okay, I'll have the Felicity reveal, like the like actual big Felicity reveal in this. I feel like the first one was like, oh my gosh, she's a coach. And the second one was like, oh, she's like a super secret agent. Like that's cool, like detached from like your story and like our story. But now it's like, oh, she has been here from the beginning.
Yeah.
Well, and now we get to play with the fun, like emotional consequences of that, right? Like Sawyer's obviously like, Beans, I think, is going to be the first to be like, all right, that's it for Felicity.
We're going to kill her.
And it's like, we have kind of the opposite ends of the spectrum of somebody who's really attached to her and can bring in that outside perspective to where we're going to have to think of why she's doing this. Whereas like, if it was just a random person, we'd be like, fuck him. Let's go kill him.
Yeah.
And I've definitely been using Sawyer's stuff as like the base again, because like she made her character around Frogmont.
Yeah.
And so like that was the easiest thing to build out from. And that relationship we will be able to juxtapose Esta's relationship with her family, Bean's relationship with his family, now that we kind of have like a basis. Yeah. But yeah, I think we've revealed a lot about our characters slowly, where like there's a basic understanding, but like a kind of like reveal wouldn't hurt. Or a kind of like a disclosure.
A little Beans
disclosing.
I think we're getting like
Bean spill.
We're like so far into it now that it would be satisfying to start revealing stuff, right?
Yeah.
Because like, well, listeners, you know, because you're listening to this in real time, but like this episode is coming out in October. Like, I don't think you guys realize like how far out these episodes are now.
Oh, we're getting kind of spooky. I don't know, with the ghosts.
That's true.
And we are going to do a special Halloween episode.
Is that going to be like one shot or?
Probably.
Yeah.
Unless Jared has a grand idea.
I had an idea at one point. I forgot it.
But I'll probably run us a...
Oh, you know what we didn't talk about? Chet learning how to share
his feelings.
His feelings and ask for help.
Yeah.
I'm glad that was my plan. I was like, I don't want to out you, but I was like, we gotta handle this, buddy.
You guys are definitely making Chet think a little bit.
I didn't know he could do that.
I can't believe we made Chet think. Whoa.
The reason Beans is
walnut brain rattling around there.
The reason Beans is so good at those emotional zingers is because I, as Olivia, am great at connecting those thoughts.
Jesus Christ.
That's the only reason. I feel like Beans like.
Well, he's been training his whole life, so he knows some things. But actually, like his history and his intelligence is bad.
But that's wisdom. What we're talking about is wisdom.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, his wisdom isn't great.
Well, a character, whatever. You know, it's not like.
But I will say, just to touch on Campbell's point of that, we talk about gals and goblins all the time. Recently, we went to Schlitterbahn, a water park for anybody who doesn't live in Texas, and we waited in line for like an hour. And for an hour, we discussed gals and goblins and lore, and we're like arguing in line about like. We're like, no, the Red Bride doesn't do that. But then who is like? We're just these absurd things, and I think
were
everybody
like,
thought
We
oh,
were
yeah.
in our tubes, like going down slides, like trying to continue the conversations of like, well, wait, did you think about that? Whoa!
Tommy, I wouldn't have even been there.
In the water.
Yeah, I think that people, especially because we were talking about like death and assassination a lot, I think the people in line next to us were like, I don't know, whoever was like around
Yeah.
at the time was probably like, what the
they thought
hell?
we
What
were
the
just talking
fuck
about
are
like
they
a
talking
TV
about?
show or something,
Yeah.
which in a way we are talking about a show.
Yeah.
But I just thought we do talk about this all the time, and we talk about it without Jared, so we can try to figure out his plans, and he doesn't know.
Yeah.
And then I go home and I tell him everything.
What?
She does.
No way.
No,
I don't
I
believe
don't.
you. Whenever
I tell him some
I don't know
things,
if you'll
though.
leave it in the main episode, but whenever I set up my frogs to watch over my dice tray, it worked.
It worked.
Maybe we need dice guardians. Have you
Like-
seen those?
I haven't.
They like, well, they make them where they're like little figures that actually like hold your D20, so they like guard them when you're not using them. But maybe we all need dice guardians to make, well, dice enforcers actually to make them.
These are my dice enforcers. Yeah, it's
The prison
What did
cell
I
is
said it-
not enough. We need the guards too.
the pen frog
Yeah.
to con.
The pan frog to con.
So we just had a big kind of story reveal of Felicity. Like, let's do our little detective connect the lines thing with now what she's connected to. So, hooded figure who stole Big P. Revealed picture
Felicity.
Felicity.
Bam! I
But
feel
we
like
gotta
Liz-
know how she does the size change.
Felicity can shapeshift?
Yeah.
So she definitely did some
Yeah.
kind of like
Yeah.
movement there.
we don't. Do we
um,
know like what like mechanically what class Felicity is?
I
I'm
would-
guessing you probably
I would
didn't
say
set
no.
that. No, I don't think so.
I have something in my mind, but
Yeah,
we never
you
talked
can
about
you
it.
can tell me it, and then I can like off mic, and then I can mess
Okay.
around with that. And then also, so why did the weird magical feeling of coldness that Sawyer felt wasn't because it was a spirit? I'll say that.
Yeah.
Like, what was up with that? What is, and also I'll say Felicity's mention of like she works for the Silver Crown, but she's also working for the Golden Order, but she mainly works for her family and like
But they don't know
herself.
that.
But y'all don't know that. But like
Yeah.
Sawyer knows.
I know that.
Yeah.
But if the compass is what you were getting that chill from, like Big P is like, where are we going? Where are we going? Like, if we
That's
stole
true.
the compass, what if Felicity needed that to get Big P? Oh wait, no. It's like when was she taking Big P? As soon as she stole Big P off the doorstep of the cabin in Lorelei Village, like did she take him straight across that field?
I think so because there was still like
And then she
Time.
brought the compass back, and now we stole it.
I
I
think
wonder-
so she could
I
find
bet-
him.
I bet that's it. It's a compass that will tell us where Big P is.
Yeah, kind of like
It's
in Pirates of the
connected to
Caribbean.
an item that's connected to Big P or something.
Also, this could be crazy, but the Greens' meeting was in a cave, and Big P is in a cave.
That seems
that's
crazy.
crazy.
That's crazy.
I'll tell you right now, that's crazy.
insane.
That's crazy.
That's you being an English
Yeah.
major and being like, what if everything means something?
It's Plato's. All right, yeah. Never mind.
If if the thought was like Big P is in Frogmont outside, like
No.
If the thought was allegory of the cave, don't say it, or else everyone will make
No,
fun of you for
no.
being an English major.
I was thinking like apparently I wasn't thinking.
You
I
weren't
can't
thinking.
think anything anymore.
but yeah, like that energy from the compass that goes to Big P, and then Sawyer, who doesn't really like connect with Arcana like that, like magic, felt it as Felicity stood in front of her, like Felicity's memory of her spirit.
Oh, the magical coldness. That's what I was going to talk
Yeah.
about. It felt more, again, I think I said this last time. It feels more like I almost wanted to like yell out and say something to Big P because this feels almost like it's all happening all the time. Like the timelines always happen and like repeat those events. So that's why it felt like it was magical, because it was like, it's not just like a memory. It's like that physically happened in a way. I don't know. That gets really confusing, but
I would say like I don't
think
like,
they would have
I
responded.
know I know that Lily
I don't
doesn't
think you
like
would've, but-
time travel stuff.
I
And
know.
that's why it's
Doesn't
like
count. I like the way
no.
that this is done.
well
this doesn't feel like time travel. It feels more like temporal like loops. Like
This
like how does
is-
time actually operate?
this is
not
not like
time
an
traveling.
an effect of time. The way that the flower is that it is a like imprint. It is like
Yeah.
as your spirit moves through space, it like leaves an imprint somewhere, and like this flower.
I
Or,
would
like, this
hate
flower
if, like, the
takes
gals
the imprint.
found a time machine and then it was like, go back to the first day at Frogmont
Yeah,
and try
no.
to change things.
Yeah,
Ugh,
Yeah.
I hate it.
I honestly
Yeah.
love that, but I was not planning on doing.
But
any
I
of
would
that.
love to
Don't
watch
do
like
that.
I would love for us to like we
That's
can
on my
view
like the red dot on the on the form.
That's on
No
the
time
hard
travel.
line.
we can view like we could go back and view our first day. We can't affect it, but we could watch it and like look for different clues. I like that, like
That's
flashback
what-
style, but not actually
pretty
travel
much
there.
That could be
as like
fun.
this flower like shows you stuff.
Yeah,
So
we can take this
Yeah.
flower
Basically-
to the basement
Yeah.
or the underschool.
Yeah, like we can discover and we can watch, like we could watch ourselves enter Frogmont, but it's not like we could do anything. We could just notice more.
No,
I
we
was
can take it back
thinking
and
we
see the
could-
fight where somebody
But
died.
yeah,
I-
but-
no, because that didn't pass the flower. The flower reflects
No.
things that have passed it.
Yeah, so we take the flower to the cave where the girls died.
But
No,
Campbell
only one
saying
way to
the
find
fight
out.
didn't happen around the flower.
Campbell
I
saying,
was thinking that we take one back, take it to our owl lady, and be like, "Is like, can we set this up as a security camera of some site, or just trying to set it up as
oh,
ourselves?
that's fun.
I think before we show it to any, I like that idea, but I
I
think
don't-
we
yeah,
use
I-
it for selfish reasons.
for
first,
selfish
and then
reasons we
give
keep it. Yeah.
yeah.
But I get what
Um,
you're saying is like the
security
flower
camera.
has to have been there to receive the imprint.
Yes.
Does it?
Well, that Jared said the only way to find out. There's only one way to find out.
Take it to the basement. I mean the underschool.
Take
which
it to the
sounds
basement.
way cooler than basement. Sorry.
Take it to the basement where all our friends died.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then
You forget about that?
I will say one thing. I've kind of didn't mention it. Is you guys still need something special for Gracker and Talia?
yeah, we got
The
to
nectar,
the
right?
nectar.
That is for all of the girls of Frogmont who were affected by the poison
Huh?
of like the punch.
oh,
Remember, the Gracker and Talia are like need something else.
what do they need? Do we know?
I think they need the actual flower.
She said, Professor Sprout said to ask the Furbolgs about that.
Oh, God,
Shit.
fucking damn it!
Fuck. Well, let's just take all the flowers and bulbs that we can
Yeah.
get with us.
What?
Oh, I thought the nectar was for them. The
I
nectar,
thought the nectar was for them.
No, the
That's
nectar's
what I
for
thought.
everyone who was passed out. And then
God.
we had to ask the Furbolgs, like, hey, do you have anything extra special
Mm-hmm.
for the life support?
We'll ask them
girls?
on the way out.
That's our only option.
Yeah, if we
Or
remember.
maybe the monster will help us.
I don't think it's a monster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a friend.
yeah, definitely a friend.
We can make it a friendship bracelet too. Who had thread? Wendell.
Wendell.
Dude,
And
Wendell's
beads.
kind of my boy.
I'm building the biggest dice tower you've ever seen.
It's really big.
Okay, we have some new little thingies on Spotify. On episode 10, Ross Gould said, "Do the gals get to hear the amazing music and sound effects we do? The whole dream sequence was amazing."
I agree.
And yeah, we kind of do. We don't get sound effects, but Jared plays us like tons of music.
We get the copyrighted version.
Nice.
Wow.
We get the copyrighted version of what you
Yeah.
guys are hearing. So
we
we
were
hear
listening to "Promiscuous Girl." It's getting hot in here.
For the
Like,
last episode.
Yeah, during
Yeah.
the
Man
dance battle.
Eater by Nelly Furtado.
Crazy.
Mhm.
For the
But
dream sequence, we were listening to like Studio Ghibli.
yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like Jared can talk more, but I feel like we
Cool
hear a lot of
stuff.
we've done How to Train Your Dragon. We've done
I'm trying to. Was that for episode 10?
10, yeah.
That was a very specific. Oh, that was the dragon music from Breath of the Wild.
I knew it.
And then it was because it was the dragon music, and then it was the corrupted dragon music
Mhm.
for that.
And you played me Naruto music.
Yes, I
when I
did
saw the dragon.
right.
because
this
that was
time.
definitely a big.
Yeah,
Naruto
so
moment.
Yeah.
so we also like I feel like kind of sometimes get a few more hints if we can recognize the piece of music we're listening to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So we're like very immersed as we're recording, and then
Yes.
there's different music. for
I have
now.
a strong belief that like you need vibes for your games.
Yeah,
and
Jared
like,
does a good job of setting the vibes.
however, I mean, I don't know if you can tell the first like what was it 5? No, I think it was like 8 recordings. I don't know if we had music because I wasn't plugged. I didn't know how to do it through our board.
We had a lot of you had them uploaded
Yeah,
to
you
the
you
board,
To the
were-
board,
and
yeah,
they
you're
were
right.
running the
very
deck.
so we heard a lot of repetitive
Like
repeated
this, like
I
stuff.
5
remember that.
songs
Yeah.
over
Yeah.
and over and over again.
Which
I
is
just-
cool because then you kind of like associate certain like situations with certain music.
Yeah.
You know kind of what to expect.
Yeah.
But then sometimes that can work against you.
Yeah,
Um
I want like a little bit of a different vibe,
yeah.
but
But it's fun to go and listen to the episode once it's like edited and fully up, because then we get sometimes it's a different vibe. Like sometimes we were played something and it is a very different vibe when I hear it.
Or we'll have
Mhm.
done something really cool and Jared adds a really cool sound
Yeah.
effect.
And you're
it's
like,
yes.
I love the sound effects too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Sometimes Jared shares playlists in the
Sometimes.
Discord.
if I make one,
Yeah.
I'll share this one.
This one's good. This one's
Yeah.
just like an objectively good
I
playlist.
Yeah.
love the party
Like for dancing.
playlist. I shared that one on the Instagram story the other day, and
Yeah.
people really liked it.
Yeah, that one's
yeah.
insane.
We should
Yeah.
do that more often.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think we should.
Yeah, basically every time I put a song on this playlist for this episode, I was like, it needs to like immediately you need to want to dance.
Yeah,
Mhm.
We also have
and we
rules.
were all
Yeah.
grouping at the
We-
Yeah.
table.
Dance
Oh,
basically the whole episode.
We have rules that we can't sing whatever's on because like we don't want to get sued.
But there were no rules. We were literally all like doing our shoulders.
Don't
the
wanna get
whole time
sued,
we were recording.
every time I say Beans is doing a chest pump in rhythm, I was doing a chest
Yeah.
pump in
Yeah.
rhythm.
We don't want to get sued, but mainly because it doesn't make any sense out of context if you're
Whatever.
just singing like
Yeah.
don't you wish your perfect world.
Oh, what'd y'all think about my
Like-
freestyle?
So
was
good.
good.
I love
Really?
that.
Oh, I thought it was okay.
It was
No.
hilarious.
It
I
was
was
so
gonna love
bad.
it.
It was super hilarious because we're listening to like Lady Gaga and then I had like took away the sound and then it's just like quiet and then Campbell is
I thought of it
beatboxing.
after I finished I kind of flubbed the Beans one, and after I finished the Beans one, I like thought of what I should have said, but the moment was gone.
No, the Beans one was good. You just didn't stop it when it was done. You know what I mean? You wanted to keep going, and it was just like, no, you had it.
I should have said I want you on my team. That should have been the last line.
Well,
I've really been beating myself up, as you can tell.
I think it's okay. I think it's more impressive that you freestyled, which is why I was like, you're gonna have to do it
Yeah.
because I know you can freestyle.
I can. Yeah. I have good days and I have bad days.
Well, if you do improv classes with me, you'll get really good at it.
At freestyling,
Yeah, there's a whole game that's about it, and I'm a fucking beast.
maybe Sawyer should start freestyle rapping more. I don't know.
I agree.
I agree.
Yeah. Do you want to make that your subclass? Because instead of Cringe Lord, we can do Master Rapper.
Yeah, that's way harder. Actually, but I don't know. Whenever I made Sawyer, I was super like, I had so much fun playing the like cringy, like bad, like kind of dad jokes, bad puns. Like that just happened, and that's kind of I don't know.
It's faded away.
It's faded away. I don't know if it's like I take her too seriously or like that's what I really had fun playing at the time, and then now I find
Could be a
different fun
mix.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's bad for your character to.
No, I don't think it's
Develop.
bad.
She
It's-
is still like silly and cringe.
She used to be way
Yeah.
cringier, especially in the episodes that we never recorded. Like she was so like, you're gonna want to see this. I've definitely said that a few times.
Yeah.
There is a frog on the microphone.
Oh,
now. It's
that's
not a
so
real
cute
frog.
of me.
It's a fake
I want
frog.
one.
But you can't hear him.
I wish it was.
All
real.
right. On episode 8, Home Runs with a Side of Chunky Soup, Jen Beery says, I laughed at the siblings love you comments. I say it to my sister, but not my brothers.
Oh,
We're all in our 20s. Just depends on how close you all are. Another
Yeah.
funny episode. Which
Thank
was
you.
me
Yeah.
outing myself.
That was
I don't
so-
want
As
to
an
speak.
only
I don't want to
child.
speak for all siblings.
That was so funny. You were like, "Aren't you gonna say I love you?" And Lily and I went, "That's not how
I
you
felt
talk to your
so
siblings."
lame.
You tell your siblings I love you when you're not going to see them for a long time, and or you feel like you have to, or
Yeah.
you're saying it in a jokey manner.
Or if you had like a nice time with them.
No, I'm just
No,
kidding.
yeah,
I'm just kidding.
On episode 1, Olive roared the owl cat bus. Jen Beery also said, I wanted to hug all of you and your characters. I love it. We give you
Aw.
hugs and kisses right back. That's so cute.
Tell your siblings you love.
Tell your
love
siblings
them
you
for
love
us.
them.
Okay, yeah. This just in from Gals and Goblins. Tell your siblings you love them.
Just not too much.
Challenge.
The Gals and Goblins
Gals and
Challenge.
Goblins Challenge.
Call up your sibling.
Call up your siblings and say, I
say-
love you.
Tell them one genuine fact, and then in full earnest say, I love you.
Wait, we had another.
That's a really hard challenge. That's like,
we
Level
had a-
impossible.
We had a Gals and Goblins challenge yesterday when we recorded. Well, it was like your goal is to only to try not to be an asshole. We were like the world would be a better place if that was everybody's like sole goal.
try not to be an asshole.
Yeah.
We have some new reviews on Apple
What?
Podcasts.
Huh?
We haven't got a
Yeah.
new review in like 4 months.
There's this one from Tagepi, who I think is
I fucking
active.
hate this show. What?
What?
What if they were like, I hate this show?
Oh my god.
Oh.
No. I
Waiting
think
for one.
they're
Tagepi's
active
in the Discord.
in our Discord. Yeah. It says so much
Wait,
fun.
wait, pronounce that again.
Togepi.
Togepi. Like the
Togepi.
Pokemon.
Togepi.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know if I.
Togepi.
Togepi.
Okay.
Oh, wait, I didn't do it right. You got to do like a little trill. Togepi.
At least I'm pretty sure it's Togepi. Let me
It's
double
Togepi.
check. But I was
I
like,
played Pokemon. It's
well,
Misty's
I played
Pokemon.
too, and I love
I also
Togepi.
play Pokemon.
Dude,
Oh,
don't say you
Togepi.
played Pokemon
Get
like
fucked,
whenever
bro.
I'm right here, bro.
I played Pokemon Ranger, where I got to circle the fucking Pokemon to
Was
catch them.
Togepi in that game?
I don't fucking know. I was 5.
Let's hear the comment.
Togepi says, so much fun, 5 stars. The way you guys play and have fun has inspired my role playing for my future campaigns so much. I love all of the characters so far and how different everyone is. Can't wait to keep listening.
Thank you, Togepi.
Thank you, Togepi.
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 That's awesome.
Togepi.
Have we seen this one from Soccer Mom?
Yes.
Okay.
That was our last one.
Then that was, there's just the new one from Togepi.
Thank you. And thank you for the 5 stars.
Yeah.
Somebody gave us not 5 stars, and now we have
Somebody.
4.9. So we really need y'all to get in the comments or get in the reviews.
Get in the comments.
Get in the
Get in
comments.
the comments.
And if you know anybody who did give us that 1 star, you need to, I don't want to say bully them incessantly, but, you
But
do,
shit on them.
but you do need to take their phone and change it.
Fully punch them in the gut.
Kick, flip, roundhouse kick them.
Kick them in the knees, throw sand in their face, say, why don't you like Gals and Goblins? You're a freak. You're a freak.
We,
You're a freak.
we don't condone any of this, but if it happens,
It happens.
send us an email and I'll send just some stickers. I don't
Show us a
know.
video.
Show us a video.
Show
Show
us
us
a
a
video
video
of
of
you
you.
going into your friend's phone, giving us 5 stars, and we'll send you merch.
Yeah.
We'll send you Rosie.
103
My dog.
reviews on Spotify.
Yes, thank you so much.
103?
103.
We had
At the time
102
of
this morning.
recording.
At
Ooh.
the time of recording, which this time of recording is early August.
Yeah.
And we'll
so-
have, by the time this comes out, we'll have 104.
No, we'll have
No.
5,000.
Y'all aren't looking at the graphs like I am.
Shut up. You're looking at the minuscule graphs.
I'd be
The
Look at the
min-
big look at the big picture graphs. the
Look,
ones
if
in
you
my
want to
head.
inflate your numbers, Matson, then
Oh
you
my
need to bring it up
God.
with the SEC.
We've been watching Succession.
I can tell.
I can tell, by the way, I didn't understand a single word you said.
Look, are you going to fuck me over on your inflated numbers? Okay.
It's not.
Let's push it to 150.
Let's push it. We can make 150 work,
We can
right?
make it 150 work.
Well, I mean, if there are 2 Indias, then we can make it work.
right?
Okay, so I say we're gonna be at 5,000. Campbell says 150. Lily,
say-
what are you claiming?
It's gonna be really embarrassing when it goes down. We get 20.
People have
We're gonna-
taken their
We'll
reviews
take
away.
the reviews off.
I actually
yeah,
like
I think
can't.
we're gonna be
Yeah.
at 50.
You,
and
like,
Jared's gonna
can't
put
take
us
your
back in the
review away.
basement.
You can't.
Don't
yeah.
try that. Don't try that, though. Don't
No.
try.
No, please.
I have tried on a certain podcast.
So-
It didn't work. Nobody, you guys would know.
Oh my god.
I'm saying 115.
115.
12.
That is a realistic.
We're gonna get 12 more reviews in the
Yes.
next 3 months.
Yes. A lot of people tune in to listen. Not a lot of people go and review it. Like
Yeah.
in subscribers on YouTube, like 40% of the people who listen to you are subscribed.
Well, this is really like you
If
hating
you're
on
listening
the
to this
marketing
and you
team.
want to prove a man wrong, get us reviews.
That doesn't work well for our mostly male audience.
Shoot.
I think we're shifting.
Shout out to all the boys,
Hey, if you wanna prove that
all the goblins.
men are great, then you should get
Then
in
you
the
should
reviews.
Then you should give us reviews because then Jared will be like, my podcast has reviews. It's a win-win.
It works.
Anyway, genuine thank you to the boys.
If
We
you-
hope that Brimstone,
If you
we hope
want
that
to,
you identify with the Brimstone boys.
if you want to men, rate our podcast. If you want to goblin, rate our podcast. And if you want to gal,
And
rate
you
the
can
podcast.
Galblin.
If you can
Yeah, we have
goblin,
goblin.
make
Yeah.
a podcast.
And you can gobmin.
If you
Gobman.
I don't.
Yeah. Wait.
Ew, I don't want to. I don't.
Holy shit.
Gobmin.
I don't want to be gobbing any men. You know what I mean?
You can
I'm sorry, this song that's playing right now, I'm like, damn, this shit is banging.
you can
Shit, Campbell's
you
going
can
hard.
What is it?
boiblin.
Is Sexy Bitch by David Guccietta or whatever. and
Guetta?
Aka- David
Guetta.
David
It's Guetta.
Gelato.
David
not it.
Gelato.
Ooh, I could fuck with some gelato.
I
right
could
now.
really fuck with some gelato.
Okay, we gotta go, guys.
Where do you get gelato in this town?
There's a lot of gelato places.
Okay, fine. We are in the capital of Texas.
Ah, yes, the capital of Texas,
Olivia
aka the gelato capital of the world.
Olivia
Oh my God.
forgets that we are in the capital of Texas.
I want you to
every
know
day.
that I drive by
I don't
the
do
Capitol.
any cool Austin things.
No, you
ever.
you don't understand. I drive by the Capitol building every fucking day on my way to work, and every
works at the
Monday,
Capitol.
and every Monday I don't work at the
She's a
Capitol.
politician.
She is Ted Cruz.
Please, no, I don't. And then every Monday, Jared and I go to improv class, and we drive down the road that is directly in front of
It is
the Capitol.
Congress Street,
And I
which you
go,
see the Congress.
Every fucking
buildings.
Monday, every goddamn Monday, I go, wow, do you forget that we live in the capital of Texas? And Jared goes, no, never.
I do not forget that we're in the capital of Texas.
Well, I forget until every Monday.
Now, if I lived in like Sacramento, yeah, I'd be like, oh, this is the capital of California.
Every time I'm driving
Huh?
down
How's
South
that
Congress,
different?
Because I didn't live in California my entire life.
every time I'm driving down South Congress, I almost get in a wreck because I'm looking at the
It's the
Capitol
same
building
view.
so hard.
It's the same view,
It
just
is-
a lot closer.
I love it.
I love it too. Have you ever? The grounds are very beautiful.
This is
I've
not a
taken-
statement about what the building
shit.
represents.
Yeah, no.
I love neoclassical architecture. It is not related to any of the ideals associated
It
with
is
it.
her red flag. We have admitted this, that she loves neoclassical architecture.
I can't help
Fair.
it.
I'm sure they won't blame you unless the neoclassical architecture hurts somebody.
They're gonna get in the comments, I think.
And that's
Get in the
fine.
comments.
Uh,
What are you gonna say about the grounds?
I was gonna say when I take my little dog to work, I go walk on the Capitol grounds. It's some of the best grass in the city, but I haven't looked at it since like May, so it might not even be there
It's
anymore.
they use a lot of water.
You know who has some
that
of the worst grass in the city?
You.
Me. My landlord came to our house, which I don't think you can do, turned off our sprinklers. I like
Well, because they'll get fined.
Yeah, there is.
There's like if you water it unapproved times, it's $1,000 fine right now.
well now all our grass is dead. Well, it was on a schedule.
No, but the,
Yeah, but the schedule could be
city gives you
wrong.
a different schedule.
Anyway, our grass is dead.
Well, that's a really expensive if they spent money on that grass.
I was gonna say the Capitol grass is even better if it's 2 a.m. and you're drunk and you're coming back from 6th Street and you've walked and you're just messing around.
I live a very different life than Jared.
Jared went
and
to UT moment.
Went to UT. Let's go.
Hook 'em.
Summer of 2021.
Hey, hook 'em horns.
Hook 'em.
Hook 'em, baby. Next year's a year.
We're back.
Wait, when this comes, never mind.
All right, thank
when
you.
this comes out,
um,
oh my god! By the time this comes out,
Over under.
Arch Manning is gonna have
No, he's not.
played.
Thank you
He will
so-
have played a little.
Thank you
Maybe.
so much for listening. I know this will be very appealing to our sports and D&D fan crossover, and that's just for Colt Smith that I know who listens to this.
Comment down below if you think Arch Manning
Comment where?
has played.
Coming on our YouTube. We'll have a YouTube by now, right?
Probably. I'll put it on my
They
agenda.
can't
By-
comment because they'll know whether he's
Whenever
played or
I edit this episode and I'm like, oh fuck, we need a YouTube.
Yeah, just tell me, be like,
then I'll upload
Olivia.
it.
There's one person listening to this who even knows who Arch Manning is.
No.
And with
There's two.
that, that's the end of our study break.
We didn't
It
do
was-
A pluses and flung.
Well,
Fuck. I don't even know if we did that last time.
I think we did.
Anyway, A pluses and flunks. Let's go.
A plus to how well you play the imps,
Thank you.
and flunk to the fact that you forgot the random table because I wanted one of those things to happen.
Yeah.
A plus to me for figuring out that the flowers were in the tulip field so fast because I have a
Yeah.
huge brain. Flunk to also me for not going up to the dance god when I had the chance.
Mm.
A plus to getting to see my dragon again. Flunk to pulling it out at a weird time.
Awkward. It's like, oh, this guy's here.
Me when I pull my dragon out.
With my dragon
Hey,
out.
quit whipping your dragon out at the weirdest times.
Oh my god, and A plus to when the two furbolgs were holding hands and looking at the stars. That made me cry.
Oh,
that like
was
caught me
beautiful.
so off guard. I was like, oh my god. And then I had to pull it together for like
Oh my
the next
god.
thing. Yep.
A+2. This episode cooked by I don't know how long. Like it was like an hour and 20 or something on the board. It might have been. I think it was way more than
Cooked
that.
by. Okay, continue.
I think it went by really fast, and I think we got a lot done, and it was super fun. Flunk for the table, and
Now I feel bad for flunking you for the table.
No,
I'm
no,
sorry.
no. Like,
It's not my
it
place
was-
to flunk
I still
you.
know that it was like really fun encounter, but
It was. It didn't need it.
I
It
think
didn't need it.
there were like a couple other things I think that we could have done that would have been really fun. Anyway, thank you. See
Okay,
ya.
bye.
Bye.
Mwah, 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 mwah.